school around the age of about 25 years, let's assume, then the person has 35 years to work. Now 35 times 10,000 is giving us $350,000. Right? Are we getting the maths? This money is still not up to one post by Neymar given to him by Saudi Arabia. How many years do you spend at medical school? 6. And you do 2 years of housemanship. 8 years, right? And then you want to specialize, maybe you want to be a cardiologist. How long would that one take? Another 6 years. It depends. So give me the shortest and the longest. 12 years. And an extra 12 years. Good. Did you hear that? So you spend 6 years at school, 2 years, and then you end up spending another 12 years to specialize. Let's say the longest. Now that's 20 years. And after all of that, this person cannot make one post of Neymar. Now does that mean that Neymar is overpriced? No, he's not. And that's a secret that I need all of us to know. In this book that I wrote, called Intentional World 2.0, Building with the Pentagon World Model, I tried to more or less research for literally from 2008 up to 2020, so almost 12 years, to research and understand the secrets of wealth and to understand what makes people more valuable than others. And one of the things that I discovered is that wealth has nothing to do with your certificates. Otherwise, Neymar, who has no degree, will not be having a post worth the entire lifetime of a career medical doctor. Do we agree to that? Yeah. So it means that there is more to it than we see. How do we do that? Write these 5 things down quickly. Because of our time, we can't talk about all of them. The first one is about time. The second one is about value. The third one is about leverage. The fourth one is about fair exchange. And the last one is about velocity. Then the very most important thing that I need all of us to understand is this. Every single one of us gathered here, I need to let you understand and we all agree. Everything I'm saying to you, I'm just putting all the knowledge together you already know and presenting it back to you. Today is the 26th of August 2023. It's 3:49 according to my phone. And 3:30 p.m. of 26th August 2023 would never ever repeat itself for the rest of our lives. Do we agree? What is happening to every one of you listening to me is that 2 things are happening to all of us. We are living and we are dying at the same time. Every single day, you are becoming a day older, a second older, a minute older. And the amazing thing is that time is the greatest equalizer for both the rich and the poor. And I need you to understand this thing. Now, what the rich has understood with time is a secret I need all of us to understand. The rich will buy your time to make money for themselves. And the poor will give their time to make money for themselves. Did you hear that? I said the rich will do what? To make money for whom? And the poor will do what? They'll give their time to also what? So, I visited a friend in New Jersey, and then he showed me some of the rich guys. 11 a.m. They were playing golf. 11 a.m. They were playing golf. The following day, they were playing golf. The next day, they were playing golf. And these are the richest guys. Meanwhile, just across New Jersey to New York, there's rush hour. People rushing, catching up the metro, and going to work. Accra leaves by plan. Go and see Accra. Get to KJTia. Get to Makola. The main thing that we need all of us to understand is this. You are not here forever. Actually, you are here every day and every second only for once. What I mean is this. If you thought that today was another day and another summit that you came, you are wrong. Today is the only day, the only summit that you have all of these people at the same time in this place, and it would never repeat itself. It is a reason why you need to understand why you would have to now learn one of the biggest secrets of your life. If you do not master time, you would never be rich. If you do not understand the concept of time, you would never ever be rich. So this is what I teach people. For the very beginning of your life, every one of us, it is absolutely normal, and I teach this often when it comes to factors of production. So basic factors of production economics. So we have land, we have labor, we have capital. Now we are looking at entrepreneurship and trying to add digitalization as a fifth one. But the classic one, we have land, labor, and capital. For most of you seated here, and for the last example, I don't know whether it was Emmanuel Sante who was talking about if he sent and then he changes it, it kills the initiative and everything. And then my good friend Michael said that it's because where there is limited resources, you don't have much of a choice. So the fact of the matter is that what you need to understand, at the beginning of your life, it is normal to work for money. I said at the beginning of your life, it is normal to do what? But the ultimate goal for all of us is to make money do what? Am I making sense to someone? So let's assume that you start life, you have no land, you have no capital, no inheritance, nothing. All you have is labor. So the very thing you're going to do is do what Judge Louis Lamis did. Discovered his talent, discovered his niche, and discovered the value he could create. A highly indebted content creator pays off all his debt, and beyond that, remembers those who were with him and gives them check. How did he do that? He finally became valuable and started creating value. And when he did that, he said the TV stations came looking for him. So the first thing that I need all of us to aim for is that at the beginning, we are going to work for money. In case you don't have any land, you don't have any capital. But what we are going to all learn to do is to try to create a system that generates money for us. Now, I need you to understand this thing, because if you do not understand it, you work for the rest of your life. Okay? And it will shock you that it is not in working hard that will make you great. It is in working what? And that brings me to my second point. And this point is about value, and the third one is about leverage because of our time. You have two options in life. You are either going to offer value or you are going to become valuable. I teach entrepreneurship, and I tell students about intrapreneurship, and I talk to people about the pathway to your worldly place. You can choose to be an entrepreneur and be a millionaire, a billionaire, and you can still even decide to be an employee and still reach a worldly place. Now, what you ought to do and you need to understand is this. The Neymar we are talking about, Neymar is an employee. The monies that are being paid to him is being paid by certain people. The same Neymar we are talking about on the other side is a Benzema, who his coach says he didn't want him and he does not like his style of play. If those two do not settle the case, one of them would have to leave the club. What I mean is that these people I mentioned, that their monies are so huge, are so what? Employees. But why? How come they are getting all that money? Because they become super valuable. So the secret to wealth is that it's either you are offering what? Value, or you are becoming what? Why were they chasing Judge Louis like this? Why? He was offering value, a content they wanted, something they needed. And if you are able to find that wherever you are, people will pay that money for. Now, the thing about the third point is about leverage. This is the difference where so many people get there and they end there. We spoke about networking today. It will surprise you that so many of us have not understood this leverage so well that we are using our strength in doing so many things. Let me give you a simple scientific method. I try to push this podium here with my own strength and carry this through the staircase to that place. It becomes very difficult. But if I get a roller, put it under, and then push it, it becomes very easy. Now, leverage is not all about doing things with your own strength, but your ability to be able to produce much with very what? Little. There are so many of you, you are using your strength too much. You've not understood